What is going on, everybody? I'm bringing you today a vehicle heavy list for the Rebels, or at least a moderately vehicle heavy list. I am going to be using the Tabletop Admiral builder today, and I am doing a Luke Skywalker as my commander. So we're just going to jump right into this. We're going to put the build down, and one of the things that I want to try that's a little different with this list is just doing some things that are outside of my norm. Like one of the things I always do is I always run 6 core, so I'm not necessarily going to do that here. I don't usually run vehicles if I don't have to, but you know, I'm doing a few things slightly differently. Another thing I'm going to do differently here is Jedi Mind-Trick. This is one that I don't see people using very often, and basically it's a free action where you can choose an enemy trooper and they gain 2 suppression tokens at range 1 to 2. So this one it's kind of similar in a way to how Force Choke works for Vader. It's asymmetrical, right? But the cool thing about this is you can potentially stop a whole unit from activating. If you hit a core unit with 2 suppression tokens, if they're out of range of their commander, then they could totally panic. They might not be able to do anything. As opposed to just killing like maybe the heavy gunner. But it's also pretty good range. Range 1 to 2, Luke probably wants to be in that range anyway if he was going to try and shoot somebody. So I think Jedi Mind-Trick is one that I had originally looked over, but I wanted to go ahead and put that one in there. Also going to do Force Reflexes. I think Force Reflexes are really important for Luke because of the fact that it's, he needs that dodge to get the defensive surge. And he's just going to do so much damage with it. I really like it. So make sure we have them both in there. All right, Force, Jedi Mind-Trick. All right, wait, no, not 2 Jedi Mind-Tricks. And Force Reflexes. All right, so we've got Luke with both Jedi Mind-Trick and Force Reflexes now. And we'll go ahead and start looking at the rest. Now, I am going to start off with building Fleet Troopers first. Fleet Troopers are one of those kind of troopers that are like sold out everywhere now. This is crazy. So there's not a whole lot of Fleet Troopers. I was only ever able to get 2. So we'll do a Scattergun and a regular Fleet Trooper. And we're going to also, since, positioning is important for them, so they can get somewhere and then ready and aim and gain that aim token after they do the standby action. I'm going to give them environmental gear so they can like maybe jump over barricades if they want to do that. That's just nice. I mean, they're speed 2, so they can just go speed 2 right through stuff, no problem. And I'm going to duplicate that. We're going to have actually 2 Fleet Troopers with that configuration. I am going to then go with Rebel Troopers for the rest. I always add the extra Rebel Trooper, but here I'm just going to go with Z6s. I'm not going to add the extra Rebel Trooper because, Z6 is probably like one of the most important and powerful units in the game, or upgrades in the game, because it's giving you 6 extra dice for 1 trooper. That's just absolutely insane how good that is. And sometimes it can be bad, but I mean, for me, maybe I just have really good luck with dice. I don't know, but I really like it. It's tempered by the fact that these guys don't have the offensive surge, so you think it's not going to be that good. But when you're attacking somebody with armor and you roll like 4 crits on that Z6 Troopers white dice, it really makes you glad you had them. So we're going to put a Z6 on there, and that's it. We're going to save points here because I want to put some vehicles, some ATRTs at least. So we're going to go to, so that perhaps is at 4 core. We'll do 1 more Rebel Troopers. That's going to be 5 core. It's less than I normally run, but it's still a good amount. It's still it's still competitive to have 5 core units. Generally, I like to have 6, but 5 is still pretty good. But we're going to make up for that by putting 3 ATRTs. And now the ATRTs, there's a couple of ways. Like I think if you're going to have your vehicles or your troopers have like impact grenades, and you're going to have, because you have to be prepared for vehicles. You just have to. Somebody's marching in with a couple of ATRTs with flamethrowers, getting ready to take out all of your troopers. You have to be prepared for that. So in this case, I'm going to give these guys the ATRT laser cannon, and the laser cannon is just it's 3 dice. It's got that long range of range 2 to 4. It has impact 3, so you can roll 3 crits against most of these other vehicles. And you have a pretty good chance of getting 3 crits with them, and that's just awesome. And with the points, the way we have it set up here, I can actually run 3 ATRTs all with the laser cannon. It puts us at 798. 798. So we're totally set here, and we have some versatility. We've got our short range fleet troopers. We're gonna locking stuff down. We've got 3 rebel troopers with Z6, so we have a lot of medium range stuff, and we've got our long range anti-vehicle stuff right there. And then Luke, who is gonna disrupt. And one of the combos in this as well is being able to keep these guys behind, have them shoot their laser cannons at somebody pretty early when they're still up close to their deployment or their edge. And once they already have a couple of suppression on them, you have Luke run in and use Jedi Mind-Trick and toss 2 more suppression and maybe shoot them as well. So Luke can maybe give them 3 suppression. It's just a really nice way to try to tie up a unit, or maybe if you get really lucky, see somebody panic and run off the board. So that is the build. I will go ahead and put a link to this in the description below. We do have command cards too. Since we only have Luke, though, this isn't really, this is one of the simplest parts of it. We're gonna go ahead and go with standing orders because we have to. Assault, push, and ambush, because those are the standard, and then we're gonna go with Luke's. And we'll see. Well, while obviously there's no decision making in here because you only can go with what you have. We will talk about these. So, all right, Return of the Jedi. It's going to work here. It's going to give Luke that dodge token right away. So even if you're not going to go first, you're fine with that. But this also helps. He's going to take suppression off of nearby friendly troopers. So if somebody is playing, a suppression heavy list, this will help deal with that as well. And it's 2 units. So this one can activate the vehicles, no problem. This one is good. Good for this list. My ally is the Force, however, is going to work only for troopers, which one of them can be Luke. And one of the things that's good about this card is it also allows, it's another way for you to get Luke that dodge token during the command phase instead of having to wait until your opponent has a chance to shoot him first. So, if you give this to Luke, then he's getting that dodge right away. Or maybe you just want to give it to 2 different troopers. But this one you can't do with the vehicles, so you have to be very careful on when you use this one. Son of Skywalker is without a doubt like one of the most amazing cards ever, considering that Luke has charge. He can just move twice and then attack twice, kind of giving him 4 actions in a turn instead of just 2. It's really, really strong and always a winner. Plus it's a 1-pip and you get to go right away. And the alternate use here is if you decide you don't want to activate Luke first, you just wanted to play this one, maybe put the thing on Luke so he can go last. If Luke is in a really safe and good spot, maybe you want to put this on Luke and have him go last, and have him try to take out whoever your other guys weren't able to take out. So you have some flexibility there. So you don't necessarily have to go first with this one, but it's nice to have that ability. Just don't forget. Whatever you do, it's a real bummer if you play this card and then you attack once with Luke and call it, and then halfway through the next round you realize you forgot to attack a second time with Luke. But it's kind of too late at that point to go back, considering things will have changed by then. So I will be putting this down. I also will be doing a battle report with this list, so that will be going up for our Patreon first, and then it will be available to everybody else shortly thereafter. So if you wanted to sign up for that, I did just launch that recently, and I want to give a big thank you to everybody who has recently become a patron. I really appreciate you guys. This is something I just launched this weekend. I kind of talked about it in the comment section a little bit, but I will be putting a lot more content up there. It'll be just a way for you to get stuff early instead of, I don't think I'm really going to do a whole lot of stuff that's exclusive to Patreon. I might do some extra giveaways, but that will still be in accordance. I'm still going to do regular giveaways as well, so it's not like I'm stopping giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, there is another round of the giveaway going on right now, and this is a big one for 3 X-Wing conversion kits. The only thing you need to do to enter that is become a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one or more of my videos. It's as simple as that. So make sure you enter to win that. It'll be a cool stuff gift card, and you can use it for whatever you want. You can use it for Legion. You can use it for whatever. We are also going to have some other giveaways, maybe some promos and things like that. That'll be giving away in the Patreon to all the patrons. So if you're considering signing up for that, that's one of the other things we're going to be doing. So I want to thank you guys again so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe and click that little bell down there for alerts. And let me know what you think down in the comments below, and be looking for the battle report. Like I said, it will be going on Patreon, but it will also be coming back to to the normal channel, so you will be able to see this in a couple of days. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.